wish that I could love you back in a special way. You light my fire. I feel alive with it, baby. You blow my mind. I'm satisfied. So much better. Girl, you knock me out. I'm so excited. It makes me wanna shout.
KBLA Talk 1580. It's outstanding around here today for sure. And we all need to breathe and have a little fun. So we have the perfect person for that occasion. He's known as a percussionist to the stars. He's a musician, music producer, songwriter, actor, comedian, writer, movie producer, and director. He's a recent recipient of a Lifetime Achievement Award in Percussion, presented at the 7th Annual Hollywood Star Fame Awards. He's NAACP nominated. Victor Orlando, good morning.
Good morning.
If I read the whole bio, you won't get to talk.
I know. I didn't know where all that come from, but
Well, we hardly got to it. Of course, we were playing the Gap Band. That's you on percussion.
on the 12-inch single, I did the percussion years and years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you still play with them?
No,
time to time?
Charlie's by himself. He's doing solo
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
So,
What am I thinking? I just saw him.
at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah, I just saw him at the Hollywood Bowl. Yeah. But you have your own solo group right now as well. I mean, you're doing so many different things. I don't know how you do it. Funjala is your group.
Funjala, exactly.
Which means?
It comes from the word Funjala, meaning funk, jazz, and Latin. I do all three of those musics, and I was just toying around with the words, and I looked up and I was like, Funjala. And then James Burks calls me Funjala.
Funjala.
It's Funjala. Other people say,
Fun
is that
for-
African?
fun
No,
as
it's
in funk.
Funjala. Fun as in funk. Ja is in jazz. La is in Latin.
Oh, they think it's African
Yeah,
or
it's-
Latin or maybe it's Rastafarian, Funja.
Exactly.
who knows?
Exactly.
That's what you get for making something up.
Well, nobody can steal it.
Well, yeah, true. And so you're touring with Funjala right now.
Yes, because we have a CD out. It was Grammy submitted for nominations, and we're doing the songs from that whenever somebody calls and books me, either in L.A. or across the country. I've been all over playing the music from my own CD.
But as Miles would say, go buy it. Go buy it on iTunes. Go buy it on Bandcamp.
That's it. That's
Don't
what
stream it.
is.
Buy it, right?
Buy it.
Yeah.
Right, because it streams, I'm not going to get but pennies. Buying it, I'll get 2 pennies.
Right. We'd rather you have 2 than 1. Or a fraction of a penny.
A fraction of a penny, yeah.
Yeah. So why do you suppose they call you percussionist to the stars, Victor?
I started out playing by myself, and then I looked up and I started looking at this list of my body of work, and it's like, dang, Buddy Miles, Billy Preston, Angie Stone, Ozone, Robert Whitfield, Yarborough and Peoples, Gap Band. I was like, wow, these are all stars. Thank you. Somebody said that to me, and I was like, okay, now, I'm not being egotistical, but I'll take it. That's just my body of work. I'm not throwing it in front of anybody's faces or name dropping. That's my body of work throughout my life. I played with this one. I played with that one. And I enjoyed it. I loved playing with these people.
And you're touring with folks. You're recording with some folks. You're just doing a combination. Because I know some musicians are more focused on the studio. Some focused on the road.
Yeah. They. Yeah. Every musician is different. No, man, I'm not going out. I'm still at home. I'm just working. I'm just doing studio. Give it all to me while I'm vertical. Give it touring, studio, TV, everything. Give it to me. Because when they close the lid, you won't be able to do any of it.
You're so crazy. And so obviously music is your life. Every time I've seen you, I've run into Victor. This is when I run into Victor Orlando. I'm emceeing a show, a festival, an event, and here he comes either with his band or somebody else's band doing percussion.
Yeah, I pop up anywhere. I'm like a pop-up percussionist.
But and I didn't, I didn't know that you were a comedian. I mean, I know you're funny, but I didn't know you were a comedian.
Well, we'll go with the funny as opposed to comedian means you have to sit at home, write up jokes, go to a comedy store, try them out like Richard and everybody else did. They just didn't get up and be funny. A lot of this stuff was written for them. But I don't write stuff. I just say stuff and be silly, and that's the funny. But back in the day when the band I was in, and local band in Dallas, would take a break in between songs and it's dead. And I just started doing, if you don't get the jello pudding, pop in the pudding, and there's Bill Cosby, and it's like, wow. So that became funny, and then I started doing some Richard Pryor, and that was it. It was over with. So
So you started doing impressions.
Yeah, I started doing it, but I wasn't doing them as an impressionist, or I was just being silly.
Right.
And then I'm like, okay, that's called being an impressionist. I'm like, oh, okay. But I never studied these people. I never, all of the things, all of it just came natural when I was doing it. So, and I just kept it going from show to show to show.
So no break for you.
None.
You play percussion, then you get on the mic and act silly, and then you play
when I
more
leave
percussion.
that, I go and sell merchandise. I see at your merch table, there's some T-shirts and CDs you need to get.
So you're trying to compete with James Brown for hardest working man in show business.
I know, and that's what people say too. And I'm like, no, just look at all of the stuff on Facebook. Look at the dates. That was like 3 years ago. I'm not that busy.
Shanice, Cool J, Chaka Khan, these are all folks you've played with.
Yeah, these are
Tupac?
different.
Tupac?
Yeah, he died, and they did a compilation album for him. Rose Grows in the Concrete, I think was the title.
Right.
And a friend of mine from a TV show, she said, I know the people, and she got me on it. And there was all of these, Will Smith and just everybody was spitting off of one of his rhymes, doing his stuff. That was the album, and I came in and played 7 songs on percussion on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, of all of the stars, I mean, you've had songs in movies, you've gone on the road with all these people, you've gone in the studio with some of them. What has been your most uplifting experience of working with, as percussionist to the stars, with someone we might know? What has been your most uplifting?
That's hard because everybody, well, not everybody, 90% of everybody has been just excellent. I've smiled, I've enjoyed it, I've loved the music. Bobby Womack, and never would have thought I would have done a Bobby Womack. But his music, his voice was iconic, and the music did. But I think one of the fun ones was to get the call from LL Cool J, because you don't equate percussion with LL Cool J and rap and the whole Mama Said Knock You Out thing. But I got the call. They said they needed a percussionist. So he said, I want a percussionist on this Mama Said Knock You Out tour. And I was working at a donut shop on Century and Normandy.
What?
A donut shop, the Big Randy's.
So you're a percussionist to the stars, but you were also working at a donut shop.
Exactly. Well, I'm not stupid. If I ain't got no money, I got to get a job. So I've driven, I've sold clothes, and I've sold food. So at least I got those three
That
things.
musician's life is highs and lows, huh?
It is. But I went home, and my niece said, there's a guy called you from a place called Third Encore. Said his name is LL Cool J. They want you to audition. I said, stop it. Ain't nobody call me name no LL Cool J. I called the number. Third Encore. Would you give me LL Cool J's room? Hold on. Yeah, we're having auditions. Can you come out? I'll be there in 10 minutes. And that's how I got the job with LL. But that was exciting because...
So you quit the donut shop, needless to say.
Yes, and Guitar Center when they called me to go do Babyface and them was doing a Christmas show down in Atlanta. They wouldn't let me go, so I was like, well, I'm going. I just got a call to go, so I'm going. And I went and I came back and I said, you left, so you have no job. I said, okay, fine. I'll keep moving.
Well, that doesn't seem like a tough choice.
No, well, I mean, music. I'll take music any day over anything.
Yeah. And you were always that way.
Yeah.
From day one.
From day one. Unfortunately, I won't say lost marriages, but I was married, didn't work out. Married second time, didn't work out. Third time, wife died of breast cancer. So but I kept going after all of those things. I didn't let those things didn't stop me from doing what I was doing.
I'm sorry about condolences to you about your wife passing from breast cancer. It's terrible.
And that's
terrible
what
thing.
led me in my mind to cancer now. fast forward now, I have that word in my life. So, but I dealt with that and beat that.
Well, yeah, you celebrate what you call a cancerversary,
Yes, yes.
meaning
It was the 4-year anniversary of being cancer free, and it's like an anniversary, but I'm not married, so it's not an Anna, but it's a cancer, so I call it a cancerversary. Somebody else coined it. I just loved it and used it.
so you're celebrating your own well-being.
Yes,
Your
yes.
own
And I'm
well-being.
having people come out and say, see, I'm still standing. I'm still standing. And that's my theme song from Elton John. I'm still standing, better than I ever did. Looking like a millionaire, feeling like a little kid. That's me.
You definitely got that little kid energy going there, Orlando.
That's
Good
me.
theme song. But wow, that's amazing. Want to hear about that cancer journey and what you're doing because you're paying it forward.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about more about the music. I love the stories and what you have going on right now because he's still selling that merch, still doing those shows. More straight ahead. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
The station you turn to when you've had it up to here with cultural incompetence. KBLA Talk 1580.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Except Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a Black and Brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at walkgoodla. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you ready to be a part of the conversation that will help shape our nation's future? Get ready to join us for the Left Coast Forum, Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech, where progressive voices will come together to tackle the issues that matter most to working families across Los Angeles and beyond. From economic justice to climate action, from healthcare to housing, we're bringing together the brightest minds and most passionate advocates for real solutions and real change. With workshops, 2 major keynote addresses, and a closing reception with great music and good food. It's the Left Coast Forum, where your voice matters and your ideas take action. Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the LA Progressive. The future won't wait, and neither should you. Mark your calendar now to be there and be heard. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DiPrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Victor Orlando is here. His band is funk, jazz, and Latin Funjala, not fungula, or it's not a mushroom. It's not African. It's Funjala. And you guys are playing around and about. You also are known as the Percussionist to the Stars, as we listed just a few of the artists that you've worked with. Cool J, that was a great story you shared. Gap Band. And so many others.
Yeah.
Chaka Khan, just a great collection of folks. I want to talk about your journey. You shared, your cancer diagnosis and overcoming that. But before we get to that, I have to ask you, even though you're probably not going to answer, I asked you your most inspiring, uplifting experience with an artist on the road or in the studio. What about the fail, the worst one, the terrible, very bad day?
Yeah. I mean, there probably has been. I just don't keep it, to recall it, to throw it back up again, where I'm like, I wish I'd never gotten with this guy, this girl, and they're just horrible. Because they're artists, and everybody's fickle, and you just have to. But I just do what I do and try to make it work. But when it goes sour, I'm like, okay, get through with this and move on, because this is not going to happen again. I don't care who you are. And there have been people that I say, I don't care who you are, this is never going to happen
Not
again.
going to work with that person
No,
again. I'm sure
because-
you won't name them.
No, yeah, because I can't think of them, but I know there are some.
I love that. You can't even think of them because you focus on what you want, not what you don't want.
Yeah, I focus on it happened. I put that in a little room. I know who they are, as the Bible says, mark those that are against you, or mark them. So I mark them. And if they ever come up again, nope, I already know who you are. So go back to your little room. I put everything in a little room and kind of keep it subdued in my head, because I got way too much other stuff to think about.
Great stuff. And I'm assuming that's part of how you've been able to beat cancer, is that positive attitude and keeping the negative at bay.
That's what everybody says. It's hard to keep it at bay when you're by yourself and you're in your room and you got nothing but four walls, and then somebody goes and open that door, and then you're sitting up watching a TV show and blah 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 blah, and here comes okay, and then, oh Lord, cry me a river. I'm like in deep, hard, and then I stop. I say, okay, God, I guess you let me let that out, because I always say it's like a hot bottle of 7-Up. You just shake it up, and if you don't take the top off, that whole bottle is going to explode.
Right.
So God allows that top to come off sometimes, just so I won't explode. I've been to that point. I've been to the Robin Williams point. I've been to the Don Cornelius point of that bottle being so loaded. And I knew not where to go, and I did not have God enough in me to diffuse what was about to explode.
Of course, we lost Don Cornelius.
Yeah, and I went
when
to
he
that
took
line.
his own life.
Yeah, exactly. So Don, Robin, all these people.
And you got to that point because of the cancer, or
No,
just
because of
life in general?
Life, yeah, marriages, kids, family, career,
Lifing.
Just lifing. But not knowing how to navigate it, because I had a gift that would always save me. My gift of what I do, my purpose is to give that gift to people so they can smile and get that off of them.
I mean, when you play, you're all in it. You're jumping around.
All
You're
in it. And
head flipping, smiling.
You really know me then, because that's exactly when people say, I saw you the other night. It's like, okay, what did I do? You was jumping. I said, okay, you did see me.
You were jumping, you were flipping your head around, smiling.
Yeah.
Playing like your
A
life
madman.
depended on it. Yeah.
But I mean, it's one switch, flip it and go, because I'm giving the gift to however many people is there, 10 to 5,000.
Before I forget, Willie wants to know the website so he can order some of your merch without going to the table.
Okay, you can do YouTube. Oh, my website, victororlando.com.
VictorOrlando.com.
Right.
Pretty easy, VictorOrlando.com.
I tried to make it easy.
Yeah. So tell me about how you found out that you had cancer before you beat it.
Didn't know, because that's the exact first question of everybody. How did you know? Didn't know. COVID is happening. No musician in this city is working, so we're all at home going crazy. I'm walking around watching football and just enjoying being in the house. And I listen to God now. Later in my life, I listen a lot more. He's saying something around the corner you don't know. I know. You need to call LA Care and get your blood test. I'm busy. I went through that. I'm busy for 3 years. Didn't do it.
3 years.
Because I kept getting a birthday card from LA Care. And they were saying, hey, happy birthday. Have you checked your colon? Have you checked your blood test? Like, that's nice. That's sweet. And I put the card away and I keep on going. 3rd year. That's when, man, you keep bugging me about that. Okay, I'm going to call. I'll call. And I called. Went in, took the blood test, went back in. Victor Orlando, you have cancer. whoa.
Whoa, that's right.
But it's fixable. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even hear anything after you have cancer. I didn't hear nothing about fixable. So that's what it was. It was still inside the prostate. It hadn't spread to the blood system. And I was safe for a few more minutes. If I'd have prolonged it any longer, not know where it would have gone.
Which is why people need to get checked.
That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now.
And we're going to get into that because you can help with this. So was this a lot harder because of your wife passing from cancer?
It was adjacent to it
Yeah.
because she, passed. And breast cancer, and it shriveled her up like a prune. She was, I was like, ugh, wow. And I put that in this little box and in this little room, and I was cool with that. I can visit that, remember it, and move on. But then to hear those words bounce back to me now I have to change life, change everything because I'm hearing these words. And I'm not ready to go, but I don't know what to do. So first thing to do is go get checked out, which is what I did. And then the next thing, you got two choices. Leave it in, chemo and radiation, or take it out. Leave it in, chemo and radiation. We can't guarantee it's not coming back. Take it out, it's not coming back. So I go with number one bill for $100. Took it out. And
number one for $100. So crazy.
Price is right.
And they took it out, and you've been cancer-free ever since?
Exactly. Because once they take it out, they clean out the circle from the outside of it that goes into your system. You're clean. All of it, as I say, the house is destroyed, the floor is swept, the furniture's put away. You just got a parking lot left there now. It's gone.
And have you changed your lifestyle beyond having that surgery? Your diet, nutrition, stress relief,
the stress
exercise.
Thing, right. The exercise I do because I had to. They stapled me up with 8 staples, and I'm talking staples, not just, sutures, staples.
Wow.
I got home after the care center, and the paper was on the floor, and I went to pick it up, and you must have thought they cut off all my legs. I screamed like a horror movie because I didn't know that pain. I wasn't thinking. I'm still thinking a normal person. I went to pick it up, and I went, wow. And you could hear it for miles. But yeah, I changed, and then I started exercising. I had to do the Kegels and the sit-ups and all that to try to get the body together. Food, I don't do anything. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I've never done it.
So you're like the paradox of a musician, because those are all of the stereotypes of musicians, right?
Yeah.
Smoking, drinking, hoeing.
Drugs. I didn't say I didn't.
Oh, you didn't say you didn't have any sense.
No, I got 5 kids, 5 grands, and 7 great-grands. So there was some things going on. But no, it wasn't out-the-box things. It was still kept at a bay. But no, I grew up not doing that. And then I got in a box that did that. But I had to stay true to me not doing that and navigate that through everybody doing it. Which there's where the name calling and the this and the that's and all of that came in. You square, you this, you blah, 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 and blah, blah. Oh, he can't do that. I'm like, fine, whatever. Let me play, pay me, and I'll see you at the next gig. And this is pretty much from 70% of the groups I was with. I couldn't help it. That's what the times were. But it didn't affect me for what I did. They loved my playing. Let's take that. You pay me, let's take that. And I just left it there.
We only have 1 minute till news, traffic, and sports. We're going to continue on the other side. But out of this, you founded something called the Hope Foundation, which is dedicated to getting prostate cancer testing specifically for musicians who do not have insurance. Sounds like a very narrow group, but it's not.
Every musician that you see, we're going through that journey. You got your Earth, Wind and Fires, you got your Stevie Wonders, you got your middle of the road groups, and then you got your Townhouse and your La Louisiane and your Catalinas and your smaller club musicians. They're smiling, they're giving you music and stuff, and they're getting paid, and they go home and like rent, food, gas, but no insurance. I have no money for insurance. So as great as they may be, they just don't have those simple basic things for insurance. So I asked God, what can I do to give back to my community of guys who I'm still a part. I may have gone around the world twice, doesn't mean anything. If you still those guys, I can go to the townhouse and play any day of the week. I can go to the Hollywood Bowl and play with Charlie any day of the week. But these guys can't do that with their health. So I said, what can I do? And God said, start a foundation, pay for them to get their PSAs, and then they will at least know, which you didn't know. At least you can now help guys know.
We got a big show coming up and much more. We'll look at that after news, traffic, and sports, only right here.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. All 4 suspects are in custody for the August 31st shooting of Black Florida State University linebacker Ethan Pritchard in Havana, Florida. Sheriff Morris Young says Pritchard was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Ethan was not doing anything wrong in that area.
He remains in critical but stable condition. Kamala Harris blasted Joe Biden's 2024 re-election bid as a reckless mistake in her new memoir, 107 Days. She writes Biden's run was driven by ego, not judgment. Harris later replaced him as the Democratic nominee, but lost to Trump in the shortest presidential campaign in U.S. history. And Jay-Z is shutting down rumors of a new album. Cash Cobain says Jay-Z called him to say he's absolutely not dropping an album after Cobain hinted big music was coming. Memphis Bleak also confirmed Jay-Z reached out to clear the air. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Saving money on tires and auto repair services is a big deal. That's why Big O offers a low price guarantee on tires with big deals like this. Now buy 3 select tires, get the 4th tire free with paid installation during our September to Remember. Now at Big O Tires.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Dodgers won their 4th straight and increased their lead to 3 games over San Diego in the NL West. Mookie Betts highlighted a 9-0 win over Colorado with a grand slam, the 7th in his career. Betts was 4 for 5 at the plate with 5 RBIs. The Dodgers are off today. They start a 3-game series at San Francisco Friday night. The Angels beat Minnesota 4-3. The Angels are 69-77 with 16 games left in the regular season. They are still in contention for one of the 3 wildcard spots in the American League playoffs. More troubling news for the UCLA football program. Backup quarterback Pierce Clarkson was arrested on suspicion of felony assault with a deadly weapon. LAPD said the weapon was not a gun. Clarkson posted a $30,000 bail. A court hearing is set for October 3rd. Clarkson has been suspended from the team pending the outcome of his case. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, KBLA 1580 delegation, your health matters to us. We know that information is power, especially when it comes to prevention and treatment. That's why we're proud to introduce the brand new KBLA Health and Wellness Hub. This online space is built just for you, connecting our community to trusted health resources, culturally relevant care, and even access to diverse clinical trials and emerging therapies. Whether you're looking for information on common conditions, mental health support, or just want to stay on top of your wellness journey, we got you. And the best part, it's all on our website at KBLA1580.com. Accessible, empowering, community-focused. So just go to KBLA1580.com and click on the Health and Wellness Hub icon, because knowledge is power and your health is everything. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit Pfizerforall.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a black and brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at walkgoodla. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where hate loses and love wins.
Oh, okay. I thought we were getting the song there, but we'll find it. Let's intro the song that we were going to play. Victor Orlando is my guest. Tell us about the song. You said this one was one that helped you overcome your dis-ease.
Yeah, when I had it, and I was thankful to God that you got me out. Now, the only words I said to God, okay, I have this, I had this, it's gone. But whatever else is happening with my body, just let me play. Just let me have my hands.
What's the name of the song?
Be Ready.
Be Ready by Funjala. So you
By
asked God. It's your
by
soul.
Victor Orlando, yeah.
Okay, so it's not Funjala. It's Victor Orlando.
Well, it's always going to be Victor Orlando and Funjala.
Gotcha.
Like Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine, it's always
Diana
going
Ross
to be
and
me,
the
and it's
Supremes.
always going to be them. Because I am them.
So you're praying to God, let me keep my hands no
Yes.
matter what's going on with my
Right.
cancer. You're worrying about your hands.
That's it. I'm just, let me play, because I don't know what I would do in life if I couldn't just play. But then, of course, as you read all that stuff, he made me realize, dude, if I didn't take your hands away, you could write, you can act, you can direct, you can do comedy, you can do other things. And I said, yeah, I know, but. So the hands were left. That's why I said, give me a year to recuperate. Now what can I do? And then, but as I'm going through every day, I'm like, you know what? No matter what happens to us, we need to be ready just in case this is the day your name is called. Your name is on that list, so be ready. And it wasn't about, I got to be ready. I got to read the Bible every day. I got to say scriptures. No, I wasn't saying that. I was saying just get your life and your head in order and get yourself together, because you never know when that day is. As we just saw yesterday on the news, you never know when that day is going to be. So just try to be ready. And that's what I wrote.
All right, be ready. Here it is.
Smile on my face. He put fresh air in my body as he woke me with his grace. As I go through my journey, with the Lord showing me the way, I'm so blessed each and every day. Whoa, I don't wanna stumble. I don't wanna faint. I don't wanna faint. No.
If you're on YouTube, you're seeing an amazing lip sync performance by Victor Orlando. That's Victor Orlando and Funjala. And you are actually performing coming up.
Yes, so through all of this, the songs and the whole thing, and I asked God, what can I do? So I put a fundraiser together last year on my birthday. And a gentleman came up on stage and gave me $20,000.
Wow.
And I said, okay, God, I really take it that you're signaturing. Go ahead and do this thought of putting this foundation together for the musicians. And so I fast forward to now, and I said, okay, I want to make a bigger one. I'm going to get some friends and get some more artists. And then I started picking up guys that had prostate cancer, that beat it just like me. They say, hey, man, I'm on board. What you need? And that's how we started this, and we're starting to promote this show for the 27th of September.
Which is in a couple weeks.
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. Okay, so other musicians say they've been through this, they know what it is, and so this is musicians giving back to musicians through the Hope Foundation. And you've got a pretty impressive board. You've got Tyrone DeBose, you've got Diane Watson and others.
Yes, those are the people on my advisory board that helps me out. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, Billy Davis Jr. from the Fifth Dimension. He had prostate cancer. These guys talk to me, mentor, and then they tell other guys. So that's why I got them from everybody, because of your involvement in the entertainment industry. Your reach is a lot further than mine.
So the 27th of September, this is at the Savant Theater. And this is a benefit for your Hope Foundation, helping musicians to get tested for prostate cancer. Those who do not have insurance, which I would venture to guess is most. Mm-hmm. And you have, who's on your bill?
I have, I'm actually having Elton John, the tribute guy. Kenny Metcalf is doing this show. Costello, Aisha, my beautiful vocalist from Cuba, Lily Hernandez, and Darren Santa Maria on violin. And I have from the Gil Scott-Heron Bluesology, that was the play we went to New York and did. I'm having them come in and do This Revolution Will Not Be Televised.
That's right. You were the percussionist for that.
I was the percussionist for
yes,
it.
Indeed.
So I'm trying to make this show well-rounded of different kinds of music. I have a gospel choir in there to sing Donnie McClurkin and a CeCe Winans song. So it's just...
Jazz in Pink.
Jazz in Pink is going to be on there. Gail Johnson from Jazz in Pink was my musical director with LL Cool J, so that's how long we've continued being friends.
Wow.
And we came up with a brand new album, which we're going to play our new songs. It's Afro-Latin Jazz. So Funjala is my group, Jazz in Pink is her group, but Afro-Latin Jazz is our group. And this is some of the songs we're going to do on the show that night.
And then a tribute to Prince?
That's Martin Kimber. He used to be with Color Me Bad. I Want to Sex You Up guy. He is got one of the greatest voices around. So he does a Prince and George Michael tribute, and he's going to be on the show that night.
So you've got a whole bunch of poetry, music, Latin jazz, Prince, all different styles of music, going some spoken word, and it sounds like a full night. You said the doors open at 5. The show's from 6 to 10, a 4-hour show.
Well, and then our headliner is the Word Up Story, which are the guys from Cameo. So it's not the Larry Blackman situation, but it's the guys. It's the Word Up Story. Arnett and Nathan and Tommy, all of the front guys that we all grew up knowing, listening to as Cameo. And because Tommy had prostate cancer, so he was definitely on board when I asked him. So was Switch, but they couldn't get enough of the guys together to do the show. But there was a guy in Switch, unfortunately, passed because of prostate cancer. That hurt me because I played with Switch and I knew him, and I was like, wow, he's gone now. But let me see if I can get y'all to play on this show to give back so that people can see, you're supporting it. But they couldn't get it together, the people together. So I got Tommy and them, so they are. But no, we do from 6 to 7:30 the first set, take a break. We have a blue carpet with celebrities on it, and then we go from 8 to 9:30. So it's 2 hour-and-a-half sets.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's funny you say the Word Up Story. Many of the groups, the classic American R&B groups, once they either disband or they evolve or sometimes they spin off, there's more than one Temptation group touring. Sounds like that's the case with Cameo. How do we sort that? What do you make of that?
It's frustration of years of, I guess, not being together, they're not getting paid right, not getting money, conflicts inside the group. And then next thing you know, it explodes and then it breaks off like a molecule. It just goes in different directions. We got, and it's not all just black groups. Climax, Lakeside, Cameo, all of the groups that we grew up knowing have that molecule thing. But it's white groups too. There are two or three Chicagos. There are a couple of Three Dog Nights, groups that you know of that now they're just split up just like everybody else.
So it's just like a divorce or a breakup in a relationship where people don't get along or there's contractual conflicts.
Right.
And then more than one person has a right to use the group name.
Yeah.
Or in the case of Cameo, they don't have the right to use the group name, so they come up with another thing like the Word Up story.
Right.
And tour with that,
Exactly.
even though it's pretty much an iteration of Cameo.
Right. And then the same with War. With War. Lonnie has the name War. I was with the band called the Lowrider Band, which was their main song out of War. Just like Word Up is the main song out of Cameo. They call them the Word Up story.
So the Lowrider Band had a lot of the people from War.
It had all of the people from War, other than the one person. Seemed like every group, only one, maybe two people, one person does the split, keeps the name, and goes on with the name. The others have to come up with creative ways to make money, to be popular, to be out there.
So the one that splits and has the name hires whatever musicians they can get for hire.
Right.
And then the original or other members of the group come up with plan B.
The disparity of it is a booking agent is not going to book the lesser name group. People are not going to buy it. They'll buy the name.
Cameo, unless they're well-educated consumers, they're going to assume that the name is the one with more members of the group, and that might not always be true.
Yeah, and so when you go to see a show and you expect to see, oh, that's not such and such, it's only one person in it. Then you go see the other one, oh, that's all the guys from that, but they can't use the name. So they're all kind of stuck.
And they can't even say formerly Cameo or the guys from Cameo. They can only say the Word Up story.
Yeah, and it got crazy because I booked them, and I've had to go through the lawyers with Cameo.
Really? Yeah, even though it's the Word Up story?
Well, because it got really crazy, but we made it work because it ended up being font size of wordage.
Wow.
So once we got their lawyers, okay, that's okay, you can say that, then we went on with the promotion that you see now.
And what about the songs? Do they have custody of the songs?
No.
Talking about songs like their kids, but...
No, I guess that's whoever wrote it is free territory. Perfect
like a cover band.
Yeah, perfect example, Larry Dunn in Earth, Wind & Fire. Larry wrote a bunch of songs, but he doesn't do... If you go to a Larry Dunn from Earth, Wind & Fire show, how come he didn't do such and such? He didn't write it. So, Al McKay, there's 3 Earth, Wind & Fires. There's 3.
So how do we figure out which one to go see?
Yeah, if you want to go see Verdine and Philip and Ralph, then you go see them. If you want to see the Larry Dunn Orchestra, you know Larry's going to play all of the keyboards. You see that. If you want to see Al McKay, you see that. Everybody has their choice of what they want to see.
So you got to read the fine print to know which Earth, Wind & Fire, which Cameo, or which group that's not called Earth, Wind & Fire is really Earth, Wind & Fire.
Exactly.
You got to do a lot of research.
See, that's why. It's only going to be one Victor Orlando and Funjala. Anybody go out there and use my name, Funjala? Girl, I'm telling you, Funjala was made for me in the bathroom while I was brushing my teeth and a pen. It's, oh, that sounds nice. Let me write that down. And it was born. So let somebody take, and it is going to be registered. It's in the process of being registered, so nobody can take it.
Victor Orlando is my guest. We're going to keep talking when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
Hi, I'm LA City Councilmember Curran Price, inviting you to the 30th anniversary of the Central Avenue Jazz Festival, Saturday, September the 20th, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. We've got 4 pavilions, 3 stages of live music, plus food, fun, and a marketplace all along historic Central Avenue between MLK Boulevard and Vernon Ave. Our featured acts this year are Gregory Porter, Pancho Sanchez, and Jasmine Horn. at the 30th anniversary of the Central Avenue Jazz Festival, Saturday, September 20th, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. along Central Avenue between MLK Boulevard and Vernon Avenue. Come out and bring the whole family because this legendary celebration is free. For more information, go to centralavjazzfest.com. I'm LA Councilmember Curran Price, and I absolutely approve this message.
Protect yourself from Medicare card scams. Scammers may call, email, or even knock on your door claiming they need your Medicare info, asking for money or threatening to cancel your benefits. Don't fall for it. It's a scam. Remember, Medicare doesn't need to verify your information. They already have it. Medicare won't charge you for a new card and will never threaten to cancel benefits. Check your Medicare statements for suspicious charges and report scams to the California Senior Medicare Patrol at 1-855-613-7080. We're here to help.
If you're an African American mom who is pregnant or have a baby under 6 months old, you deserve care that lifts, listens, and lasts. Black Infant Health is for you. It's a free program with individual support, group sessions, and resources to start your mothering journey. BIH makes space for moms and their families to create community. Learn more about the programs in Los Angeles County. Check us out at blackinfanthealth.org.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DiPrima on First Things First.
Oh my goodness, Victor Orlando is my guest. You had like 25 cups of coffee before you came in here. You're not always like this.
I dropped 2 no-dos so I can make it over the hill from Reseda. Buzzing. And I turned some Sade on. I went up with the no-dos and then I was mellowed out with Sade.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming in. I thank you. You got so many things going on, so I kind of want you to give us sort of your dance card, our social activities for the next whatever couple weeks. You got a lot of stuff going on.
It's a lot of stuff. I went to the Bus Boys, some friends of mine. I went to see them this past weekend, and they made the announcement of the show on the stage, which was just godsend. It was just beautiful that somebody would think enough of me to stop their show to announce
And
me.
it was the original Bus Boys. It wasn't a version of...
Well, in actuality, it was only one because there was 2 Bus Boys in the beginning.
Right.
And one does does jazz, and the other one still does Bus Boy.
So technically, it should just be Bus Boy. Sorry, but I mean, that
was a good one.
I've been got before as a consumer. I went to a show and I was like, this isn't the band,
right?
Where is everybody? So
right, yeah.
Anyway,
so I did that, and then I went to see Al Demioli last night, which was the guitar player from.
Okay, but your performance is stuff we can support you in. That's what I want to know. I know we have the 27th, September 27th,
right.
Saban Theater. You can call the Saban Theater box office for tickets at 888-645-5006, 888-645-5006.
And just for the next 2 weeks, this is what the Hope Foundation did. You get a BOGO. For all those that don't know what that means, buy one ticket and you get another one free. And we're throwing in free parking, so that means you can pick up the phone as I'm speaking and dial that number and get your ticket and your free ticket and your free parking.
Nice.
That you can't get anywhere in this city.
And it sounds like an amazing show, actually.
It's going to be great. We had rehearsal the other night, and it was really good. We have rehearsal coming up.
Didn't you tell me about something you were doing on the 20th that we need to support also, a walk?
Yes, so this... You know my schedule better than I do. Secretary, what am I doing? If you saw the movie Straight Outta Compton, the guy said, don't be playing no rap in my club. That's Alonzo Williams, a friend of mine. We both won an award from NAACP, and we got to talking. Bam, we both had prostate cancer. Bam, now he's on this panel coming up to do some talking about it, and then he has a walk for the Cancer Foundation walk. So I'm going to be walking with them on the 20th of this month in Compton. The prostate cancer walk.
I love that the brothers are mobilizing around this issue. You, Lonzo, who's of course a hip hop OG.
Mm-hmm. And he has a documentary out about. I learned so much watching that documentary about hip hop and all of the whole California culture of it. I was like, wow, I didn't know all of that. And I'm a musician, but I didn't know that much of it. And he was the forefront of that.
Okay, so we've got that coming up.
We got that
but
coming
I know
up.
the main thing is the 27th. But what about if we want to come see your band and track, some of your performances? How would we keep track of
the
you?
next show that Victor Orlando and Funjala will be my annual birthday party, which is going to be exactly on my birthday, November 9th.
Scorpio,
and I don't mean the one from that other group. But no, November 9th, I have already put it together, but won't do any promoting or advertising for it. But it will be on November 9th, and it will be coming up. I give lots of people come to the birthday party and enjoy themselves. I will be turning 73, and thank God I'm vertical at 73.
Wow, you don't look 73. Good job.
Thank you.
Someone in the chat says he thought there was 3 busboys. Oh, that's Jerry. He said he always thought there were 3 busboys, but there were 2.
There was 2.
Okay.
The 2 brothers, the O'Neill brothers.
Okay. So if we want to get invited to your birthday party, or we want to just keep track of what other shows and performances you have coming up, or how we can support the Hope Foundation beyond the September 27th show at the Savant, we go to victororlando.com.
victororlando.com is just the website for merchandise and videos and this, that, and the other. VOHF.info is the website for the foundation. VOHF. Because the title is the Victor Orlando Hope Foundation for Prostate Cancer Testing and Awareness for Uninsured Musicians. I'm out of breath. So we shorten it to VOHF.
VOHF.info. Okay.
And then you can, to donate, you can go to the website, that website that I just gave you. You can donate, or you can be a sponsor. It's not too late to be a sponsor. We still need a KBLA 1580 sponsor. We still need that talk radio. We still need that sponsorship.
Yeah, well, we'll have to work on that.
We can work on that.
And then a little above my pay grade, but we'll have to work on that.
Any little bit will help. This is for the guys.
And then, are you on socials? I feel like I follow you on social media.
Instagram, Tic-Tac-Toe, whatever people call it. And Facebook. And I'm on there from 9 o'clock in the morning to like 3 o'clock at night. I'm my own social media. I'm my own publicist. But I do have a publicist, and she's been very wonderful getting me different things. I had 3 interviews yesterday.
Wow.
And then
but this was the best one. That's what you're supposed to say.
Well, this is my great buddy.
It's your other publicist telling you what to say on her show. But for all of the socials, you're at Victor Orlando?
Yes.
Okay.
You can Google me, and everything will pop up.
A lot does pop up.
Yeah, trust me. I didn't know I was that. The only thing I don't have is Wikipedia, because I don't know how to spell it. So.
Well, that can happen.
If I learn how to spell it.
We only have under a minute here. What do you want to leave us with this morning, Victor?
No, seriously, on a serious note, mainly and bottom line, guys, you have to be checked if you don't want to be horizontal, because this doesn't play. It's an unknown silent killer if you don't at least check it out. And I know we don't like to, and I don't want to, and I know we don't want nobody telling us directions while we're driving. Oh, I know where I'm going. We're lost. I know where I'm going. We don't want it. I don't know why that makeup is in pretty much every guy. I'm not that philosophy guy. I don't know why. But I do know I'm that guy, like every other guy. I don't want to go to the doctor. I don't have time. Then you get sick, and then you have to have time. Or then you die, and then you have no time. So as your 3 options, which one you want to take? Let's get checked now. So that's what I'm trying to help these guys do. That's why it's called The Hope. I hope you are listening to what I'm saying and take heed to it, guys.
Well, thank you for that message. Thanks for the great work you're doing on behalf of your fellow musicians and for all that you've contributed to the culture.
Thank you so very much.
Victor Orlando. You know Tavis Smiley's up next. He's got an amazing show on deck for you because it's his Friday. And, of course, tap in with me on social media. I'm at DiPrima Radio, DiPrima. And then radio, we're at KBLA 1580. Like my mama used to say, history is now, and we are making it together. Until tomorrow, one love.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. All 4 suspects are in custody for the August 31st shooting of Black Florida State University linebacker Ethan Pritchard in Havana, Florida. Sheriff Morris Young says Pritchard was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Ethan was not doing anything wrong in that area.
He remains in critical but stable condition. Kamala Harris blasted Joe Biden's 2024 re-election bid as a reckless mistake in her new memoir, 107 Days. She writes Biden's run was driven by ego, not judgment. Harris later replaced him as the Democratic nominee, but lost to Trump in the shortest presidential campaign in U.S. history. And Jay-Z is shutting down rumors of a new album. Cash Cobain says Jay-Z called him to say he's absolutely not dropping an album after Cobain